But we are now loaded in Cosmic Sapphire. And we are looking at the base of the red player, of the red Protoss, representing South Korea and Team NV. It is NightMare.
Yeah, and spawning in the top left-hand corner of Cosmic Sapphire ESL, we have the South Korean Protoss player representing Team Super. It is Chance.
By the way, I want to say I enjoyed that they both use different skins. It's like they're very different types of Protoss players.
They are.
Very aesthetic.
Yeah, it's always nice to see them using those skins to, again, show off their personality a little bit more. And we'll see how this PvP goes. Again, they did recently play against each other. I know, no kiss here between the probes, no love. Feels bad, man. But there was nothing. There was no real. Sorry. What was I saying? All right. We did see them play off against each other yesterday. But again, it was a PvP, and I'm sure they both still have plenty hidden and plenty to offer in this matchup.
Yeah, PvP is known to be a little bit tricky. Ooh, nice body block from NightMare.
Oh my god, the control is insane here. There's just something about NightMare's probes. They're a nightmare.
I thought you said you're not gonna do pants.
Yeah, only the low effort ones, okay? Only the.
Oh, no. Why did I give you that chance?
Get me out of here! Help!
We have 6 more hours to go. Don't worry about
Help, chat, help! It's too soon, Poppy. It's too soon. Oh god.
Now that we got that out of our system.
Yeah, it's time to enjoy that PvP, and now we already see a little bit of a difference between our players. We see NightMare opening up with double Stalker, Chance with Stalker Sentry.
Yeah, and sentries generally are nice for scouting if all they have sentries. Oh, actually traps the probe inside. Interesting.
Yeah, I kind of like this. So what's important is that the probe wasn't able to throw down a pylon here. So if the probe does get, well, at the moment, the probe isn't able to see what the first units are. One Stalker is revealed, but the probe didn't see the sentry as it came out. Actually purposely
Yeah, it was
hid.
actually... Yeah, he actually intentionally hid it in the natural, like moved it as far as possible.
Yeah.
So, yeah, NightMare is in the dark for the time being.
Yeah, that was really sick. And meanwhile, Chance is aware of the double Stalker opening here, as he did throw down the building earlier. There's a double Sentry follow-up though, so it looks like NightMare, because he's a little bit in the dark, he wants to get scouting information. He wants to figure out what the hell Chance is going to be doing.
Yeah. So everybody is trying to be as safe as possible. No cheeky builds here. And NightMare is following this up with a Twilight Council.
Yeah, we have a Twilight Council opening from NightMare. We also have a little bit of a faster Nexus as well. The initial units have been scouted here for Chance, and he slips on in, and he will confirm the tech of choice. A very similar tech. That's what he's going for.
Yeah, he throws his Twilight Council not much later than you. Oh, but he does get Forge first, so maybe we will see some nice lead on the upgrades.
Yeah, so we see a little bit of a difference here. Meanwhile, there we go. I was about to say we don't see the hallucination yet, but the hallucination is going to be moving out across the map. And with this scout, NightMare should recognize, okay, my opponent wants to be a little bit more gateway heavy and a little bit gateway centric, and I have to be careful to avoid those timings if he gets in.
Yeah. By the way, I like how he moved that sentry all the way to like the third of the map just to make this scout a bit longer.
Yeah, it's the little things that really make the biggest difference at the highest level of play. So it was really cute to see NightMare pull that off. Again, because it's a larger map, it probably matters a little bit more. And again, he gets a full scout off. He sees the Forge. Again, he's going to know that he's going to be behind in upgrades, and he has to be careful about that +1 and +2 timing.
Yeah, I just saw 2 hallucinated phoenixes following each other from different players, and I don't know, something's really funny about it.
Yeah, exactly. Just want to make sure they know where each other is. And,
yeah. I mean, as we keep saying, like, knowledge is half the battle. Like, It's very important in the game of StarCraft especially.
Yeah.
And NightMare actually already goes for his third base, scouted by Chance.
Yeah, Chance confirms, he confirms the third, he confirms, okay, there is no gateway explosion, the minerals are being spent on another base. Chance responds with his own third. I think something that I'm a little bit concerned about though is that it does feel like Chance is waiting to see what NightMare is doing before coming up with an answer, instead of kind of leading things on his own. It makes some sense, but it does mean that he's a little bit behind in certain aspects.
I feel like to an extent he does, but I a lot of times, like with the Twilight, kind of see he was throwing it down anyway before he scouted it. It just seems that like his build is like timed differently. Were those probes stuck?
I guess they were stuck. I don't know where they were stuck, but they must have been stuck. So a recall to save those workers. Meanwhile, we do see that NightMare is looking to catch up here. Forge is on the way. +1 about to finish up, though, for a chance. So again, he can try and make use of that. At the moment, though, he's more concerned with probing, getting his third up and running, all that good macro stuff.
Yeah, but as we mentioned before, like there will be that upgrade advantage for Chance, which may come in handy because NightMare is already moving to the other side of the map.
Yeah, he's looking to apply a little bit of pressure here with Stalker Sentry. I don't know if he looks to find too much success. He has Blink, so again, he can try to out-control Chance right now, and it looks like he's going to be dishing out a lot of damage. Ooh, does get a Sentry.
Yeah, that Sentry gets timed. Now there's only one left on the side of Chance.
And now there's only none left. In the end, he won't lose too much, but this was a distraction because at the same time, 2 Adepts sneak into the main base and 5 probes go down.
Yeah, 5 probes go down, and a lot of lost mining time as well because these probes had to move away. And a nice scout at that.
Yeah, exactly. Oh my god, as Adepts going to the natural base as well, and even more probes end up falling. 7, 8, 9? Oh, uno más.
9. There you go. 9 probes for those 2 attempts is a lot. Like really, that frontal attack was more of a distraction.
Exactly. There was never any staying power with that frontal assault, but he had Blink, so he never had to commit to a fight. He could always dance away if he ever needed to. So very nice moves there by NightMare. Chance has to find a way to come back here. Again, he's going to have a timing with +2, but even now he has an advantage, so maybe he can do something here. He's looking to sneak into the natural base. Right now, NightMare is a little bit out of position with his army.
Yeah, he's standing at the third, and Chance may just be able to get into the natural, but he may get sandwiched, so he has to be careful about his control.
Yeah, almost gets a Stalker, but very nice control by NightMare. Ooh, even gets a couple of Stalkers here in the retreat. At the same time, though, 2 Adepts sneak into the third base of NightMare, and a couple of probes are going to go down. Unfortunately, nowhere near as much as what NightMare did.
Yeah, and NightMare is actually chasing the army of Chance all the way to his base.
Yeah, I don't know if this is a good idea. I mean, he does have the Stalker army, so even though Chance has the high ground, even though Chance had the concave, it didn't even matter. NightMare just forced his way through anyway.
I like how both of the players were showing some blink micro at this point, where like they were just standing there blinking single stalkers. And actually, the army of NightMare is getting very big now.
Yeah, he has almost double the Stalker count of his opponent. We see the blink going forward. Shield battery overcharge is going to be denied here by that focus fire. There's just not enough remaining here for Chance, especially with all of these charge lots. NightMare is powering on through. The mineral line is under threat. The army is under threat. It's all under threat.
This one Immortal is trying to save the day, but there's so many charge loss as well, and I think NightMare has got this game.
Yeah, exactly. It gets focused down in the end. NightMare, there's nothing stopping him. We see a second Immortal coming up, but GG gets called, and NightMare ends the game just seconds before a +2 finishes for Chance.
Yeah, turns out the upgrades don't give you that much of an advantage, you know? It's something like other than that as well.
Wow. That was just really solid play from NightMare, to be honest. You know, it was really great the way that he utilized his units, the way that he was able to harass as well, which really put him in a commanding position, the way that he was able to defend and not take too much damage either.
Yeah, I feel like really the moment that like, you know, Swang pushed the game in the direction of NightMare was when these 2 Adepts like got into the base of Chance and like just killed like most of, not most, but like a lot of the workers. It kind of snowballed from there, I feel like.
Yeah, I mean it's a mirror matchup, and when when you have the same tools and when you have the same units, like losing workers, that matters that much more. It's so difficult to recover from that kind of position. We'll see if things change here as we load into game number 2.
That we are, and we are now on Mundans ESL, as we are looking at the base of the red Protoss player, representing Team NV and South Korea. It is NightMare.
And spawning in the bottom right hand corner of Moondance ESL, we have the South Korean Protoss player himself representing Team Super. It is Chance.
I almost made that mistake too.
Like, it doesn't help that both their team names start with the word team, okay?
What? Okay. Okay, let's not get started on naming your team, okay?
Aye. That's something that
there are better names out there.
That's something that we made sure not to do. Fun fact. We're no team CranKy Duckling or anything like that. Nah, we're the CranKy Ducklings, but CranKy Ducklings. Oh.
Also, hello Ranger in the chat. Why are you not playing?
Hello, Ranger. Hello, Papi. It would have been great to have seen more Southeast Asian representation in this bracket. Quickly double checking. I don't think we have anyone from Southeast Asia, actually. Yeah, none whatsoever. Shaking my head.
Yeah, unfortunate, but there's only one spot in this qualifier. So on the other hand, I kind of understand, that the many people would be a bit discouraged by that. But hey, if you don't try, you never get the chance. As they say, you miss 100% of the opportunities you don't take, so...
I see what you did there.
Angie, do you want to replace me? We have an opening.
Would you have a very different opening here? Very different, but also very similar, because both players open up with adepts.
Yeah, interesting actually to see adepts from both sides, and it looks maybe both sides were scouted, although NightMare is already moving out in his pro.
Yeah, NightMare, he is forced all the way back. Meanwhile, Chance is going to be able to move out, and you know what? He doubles down, and 2 more adepts are behind this.
Yeah, and he keeps them at home as well, just to make sure that NightMare doesn't know what's going on.
Exactly. Meanwhile, NightMare, he is zooming across the map with his first 2 adepts, a little bit unawares of what he's going to encounter here on Chance's side of the map. Was Chance going to try and catch whatever comes out on this ramp, but NightMare goes the long way around.
No, they're actually gonna miss each other, it looks like. I thought they're gonna just stand there, that would be pretty funny. But yeah, the adepts will meet each other now.
Yeah, so now NightMare knows about the double adept opener. No, now he knows about the quadruple adept opener. So NightMare is fully aware that he has to be a little bit careful across the map, because we have 2 more adepts coming, so 6 in total. This is to try and break on through and get into the main base. Hyper aggressive play from Chance is going to pay off though.
I mean, we're gonna find out. NightMare once again putting that pylon in the proxy location, and now Chance has the chance to move out.
Yeah, he's going to be moving out. Ooh, losing one adept here across the map though. And the second one as well. They popped out. Not in sync. Meanwhile, the first 4 adepts don't make it in. We do see a block with a gateway, not a shield battery, not a pylon. And just like that, these adepts, they're going to go down.
Yeah, they are trapped here, and there is a shield battery, so these units will not die. And I think this is it for Chance's attack.
It is, and now Chance to go back to the drawing board. His opener did absolutely nothing, and NightMare has the opportunity to counterattack potentially. We have a Twilight Council on the way. If we get far enough, Kuro, are you feeling a proxy Dark Shrine?
I was gonna say, do you think this is the tease? It's exactly what I was gonna say. I think so. This proxy location, like with potential warping point and Twilight Council on the way, I feel like it's likely.
It's very likely, but we're not gonna get that far, because GG gets called and NightMare will take game number 2 and the series.
Yeah, GG to NightMare. Really nicely played series. In general, NightMare has been playing really well today. His plays are just very solid.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, really solid play. You know, being able to read what his opponent was doing, and preparing back at home as well. Chance slipping up a little bit with his control, to be honest. He had to cancel that shade. Like as soon as he got off that ramp, and as soon as he saw the wall and how large it was, he needed to go back home. He needed to back on up because no damage would be done there. But again, the shade finished, and NightMare, he just shut it all down.
Yeah. NightMare is looking really good in this qualifier. And let me see, what are the other players currently in the upper bracket? So in the round of 8 of upper bracket, we currently have Nice, Goblin, Cyan, Percival, Scarlet, and Firefly.
Oh.
And out of all these people, I feel like NightMare actually has solid chance to qualify. With Scarlet, it could be definitely difficult. Nice is a pretty good too.
Yeah.
But considering that NightMare is like playing very like solid, and like, you know, he's like actually like adjusting to his opponent as well. Like I feel like he has solid chances.
I think so as well. Like I think looking at the brackets, I guess we can head on over there to the bracket scene. It looks like both NightMare and Scarlet are the bigger names. At the same time, though, there are some pretty scary Protoss players to stop them. Like Nice and Firefly are amazing players in their own right. Same can be said for Goblin. I think what's important about this qualifier is that we are missing some key GSL level players, and a lot of that is because they are playing in GSL as we speak.
Yeah, some of them are literally playing in GSL right now. Others aren't, but like, yeah, it looks like we've got the players who were currently not busy playing in this one. I wonder if it has had also something to do with the fact that, you know, the round of 8, I believe, of TSL is offline, so maybe some players also don't sign up because they can't travel. Like you have those few Korean players who currently are like, you know, about to do their military service, so they cannot leave the country. So that may also be like, you know, a factor in them deciding not to play.
Yeah, there are multiple factors there. It's a bit of a shame that some of them won't be taking part in this, but they have their own priorities. They have to focus on GSL or on some other things. So yeah, that does mean that things kind of open up for almost anyone to take this. I feel like a lot of players here are relatively equal in skill. Obviously, I'm looking at NightMare to maybe go all the way, but yeah, we'll see.